welcome back to my channel, and today I have something a little bit special to share with you guys. I entered an Instagram contest and I actually won. Yes, people actually win those contests. And it was a 4-course catered meal for 2 from the My Catering Group, and I thought I would share some of my experience with that. I have never had a catered meal before at home, and I am not being paid by them at all. I just thought it would be a really awesome thing to share because I thought it was a cool experience, and it was the perfect thing to get in the middle of quarantine. We are in week 14? 15? I'm not sure at this point, but we're still in the middle of quarantine and we cannot go out to restaurants. We can't have date nights. All we can do is do takeout or delivery. So it was really awesome to do something a little bit different than pizza. So I was really excited to try this out. I'm gonna talk to you a little bit about the experience of unboxing everything, plating it, warming it all up, and whether I thought it was worth it and what the value of ordering a catered meal at home and whether you'd want to do that even if we were in the middle of quarantine. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to this video below, and let's get into it. So as I mentioned, I received a 4-course meal for 2 from the My Catering Group. The theme for the week was Mexican, Latin American food. So I will share the menu with you. It was really cute. They provided a lovely menu printed out, and it included a baja salad that had mixed green slaw, pico de gallo. There was a roasted corn soup, tacos that came with both chicken or pork. I'm not vegetarian, but there's vegetarian options if you are. And then there was edamame guacamole with some fried corn chips. They were like blue corn chips, and some churros that came with caramel sauce and spicy chocolate sauce. So the menu was divine, and I was really excited about it because we haven't been on a date night in a long time because it's not possible pretty much at all right now. I mean, like, what are we gonna go do? Like, go to a park, sit on a bench like we're teenagers and make out? Which actually, we couldn't even do that up until like a week ago because you couldn't sit on a park bench. It wasn't allowed. I'm going to show you what it was like unboxing everything. I did an unboxing on my Instagram account, so I'm going to show you the video of me doing that, and then I'll walk you through the whole process of me plating the food and warming it up, and because they also provided special instructions about how to do all of that. And so first I thought I'd talk a little bit about what is a catered meal. You might be thinking, Tasia, that's just called takeout. And it would seem like it is. It's very similar, but a catered meal is a little bit different. There's actually like a theme to the meal. So there's like a chef who actually thinks about it and thinks about how all the flavors are gonna work together. And there's actual courses to the meal. So it's not just like individual dishes that you're just sort of putting together. It might actually be 3 courses, 4 courses. So in my case, it was 4. So you're talking about an appetizer, a salad course, an entree, and a dessert. So it's a little bit fancier than typical takeout. The really great thing is that they've given us a menu so we know exactly what to expect, and all the ingredients, as well as instructions about how to warm everything up. So I'm working on putting together the baja salad and the roasted corn soup. So I'm over here on the stove, and I'm warming up the soup on the stove, not in the microwave, which I totally was not gonna do before I read the instructions. And then I'm gonna plate our beautiful baja salad. This is my first impression of the 4-course catered meal for 2 from the My Catering Group. It's like a tongue twister. The food was really, really good. I loved how everything worked together. I love that there was a theme. All of the courses flowed really nicely together. The flavors were on point and the seasoning was definitely there. The other thing that I was actually really impressed about was the portion control. I would assume that that would be kind of difficult to assume like how everybody, particularly with tacos, like how everyone would put everything in the tacos. It would be kind of hard for the catering group to know what to, like how much to portion out for each thing, but I found that they were not stingy whatsoever. The portion sizes were actually really good for 2 people. We actually ended up having to split the meal into 2 because we got really busy. So we actually had the salad and the soup on for lunch, and then we had the tacos and churros and guacamole on a different day. And just having the soup and the salad was like really filling. So I was very impressed with the portion sizes that they gave, and I thought there would be a lot of like value for money there. So I was very happy about that. I thought we'd talk a little bit about what the value is of ordering a catered meal. I mean, obviously right now it makes a lot of sense because we were in the middle of quarantine, you can't go out to a restaurant, but would you order a catered meal at home if you could go to a restaurant? And I try to think about that and think about scenarios where it would make sense. And I realized that it actually is something that I would totally do. One, if you're like me and you have kids, getting out to a restaurant or having a date night isn't always the easiest thing to do. You have to find a babysitter or someone in the family or a friend who's willing to watch the kids. And if you live in a city where you maybe don't have anybody there, you don't have your family or friends close by, that might be difficult to do. So ordering a catered meal is a really great way to kind of break up the monotony of things and get to do something fun and romantic, but not actually have to go out to a restaurant. Other reason why I thought ordering a catered meal was very valuable was originally when I first looked at the pricing. So for the catered meal for 2, it was $70. And when I first looked at it, I was like, oh, that's kind of pricey. But then I thought about it, and maybe my initial reaction was misinformed because I haven't been out on a date night for a long time. But I thought about the fact that normally if you were going out for a date and you're going to a restaurant, you would need to gas up your car, go down to the restaurant. You usually get an appetizer. Even if you skip that, you're gonna want a beverage. If you drink alcohol, then that's pricey. You have a glass of wine, you have an entree, and then possibly some dessert. And if you add all that together, plus tip the person that's been waiting on you all night, unless you're a jerk, that would come up to at least 40, 50, 60 bucks. So depending on which restaurant you're actually at, the $70 meal from the My Catering Group is $35 a person, and that actually is way more economical than heading out to a restaurant. So I thought in the end that makes perfect sense, and that this would actually be a really feasible option, and not having to find a babysitter, but actually still getting to do a wonderful date night. So that might be something that might make you consider whether you'd like to order a catered meal to mix it up and break it up a little bit out of the typical takeout menus that you normally maybe order from. Thank you so much for watching. That was my experience in having a 4-course catered meal, and I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe below to appease the YouTube algorithm, and I hope to see you next Saturday. Bye. So gray outside. Like, my eyebrows are in desperate need of a threader. There's just like no line anymore. It's just insane. Okay, so this is my impression of the This was my first impression of the Okay. The sun was out here like 2 seconds ago.